Hi again, everybody, and welcome inside the Major Arena Soccer League. Alongside my broadcast partner, Eric Bergrud, I'm Nick Vassos. Tonight, the Kansas City Comets, with a record of 2-0-1, are hosting the Dallas Sidekicks, who are having their season opener. The Dallas Sidekicks over the years have had legends on their roster, and they have a Panamanian legend who continues to score goals.
Forward Blas Perez, 143 appearances with the Panamanian national team, 42 goals. He scored bangers in Major League Soccer. He scores bangers in this league. Watch out for him. He is sensational.
The Comets do have a lot of scoring weapons, including their leading goal scorer right now in Zach Reggett, but it's a youngster in his second year that is proving very promising for Stefan Stokic's roster.
Comets midfielder Leo Acosta wasn't even born when Blas Perez played his first game for Panama. He's been terrific already this season, 4 goals and 2 assists in the first 3 games, among the league leaders in scoring.
We've had a very controversial end to the games last weekend on Sunday. There are some new rule changes coming up in the MASL that Eric and I will get into. It is the Kansas City Comets hosting the Dallas Sidekicks live from Cable Dahmer Arena on CBS Sports Golazo next.
The Adirondack Apartments, the brand new apartment and townhome community, is now open in Independence and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living, from stainless steel appliances to resort-style swimming pool. The Adirondack Apartments has everything you need to live the life you deserve. Stop by or visit us on the web to schedule a tour of your brand new luxury home. The Adirondack Apartments.
Community America Credit Union, where every member feels like a star. Member owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
This is Kansas City. This is my town. What happens here matters to me. You're my neighbors, and when one of my neighbors gets hurt, I want to help. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
Call 816-888-7500.
Clear vision is so important for everything I do, on and off the field. I'm Zach Reggett, forward for the Kansas City Comets. We are super excited to partner with Silverstein Eye Centers as the official eye care provider for the Kansas City Comets.
I'm Dr. Steve Silverstein. We would love to show you what eye care should be. Please call us to schedule an appointment or visit our website at silversteineyecenters.com.
The Major Arena Soccer League is proud to welcome you to MASL Soccer on CBS Sports Golazo Network.
Alongside Eric Bergrud, I'm Nick Vassos. Tonight, it's the Kansas City Comets hosting the Dallas Sidekicks here at Cable Dahmer Arena on Silverstein Eye Center's field. Before we get to the game, there are some people in this world, in our region, who make a difference in so many people's lives. Before the game, a moment of silence for Pat McBride, former Comet player Eric.
Well, Pat McBride coached in St. Louis. I can't think of too many people who had moment of silence happen in 2 MASL cities at one time. He had that much impact on soccer and particularly indoor soccer. Played professionally, was inducted into the National Soccer Hall of Fame in 1994. And ironically, we talked about Pat McBride during our last broadcast here on CBS Sports Golazo Network as a bridge between St. Louis and Kansas City. The photo you see there on your screen, first playoff clinching game here at Kansas City ever. It was Pat McBride's Kansas City Comets, and as I said last week, against the Los Angeles Glazers.
A couple of people reached out and provided us for some quotes. Former Comet player Zoran Savic said, quote, "I will always be grateful to Pat McBride for bringing me to Kansas City. He was the absolute best person as a coach I ever had in good times and bad. Rest in peace, Pat. I will always love you." Zoran Savic. And Comets legend Gino Schiraldi says, quote, Pat was not only a great coach, but he was also a great individual, a father figure who genuinely cared for his players. Pat definitely helped me who I am today. I'm going to miss him. Gino Schiraldi, whose number hangs in the rafters here at Cable Dahmer Arena. He will be missed.
Back to the game.
And
Goalkeeping, we have maybe a little bit unexpected in both teams here. Starting in goal for Dallas is going to be Parker Lackland, who got minutes last year. Starting in goal for Kansas City, Philip Ejimadu, 2 wins in his first 2 appearances for Kansas City this year.
And a new coach for Dallas in Terry Woodbury, who won 2 indoor titles, one with the Dallas Sidekicks and one with the San Diego Sockers. They're hoping that his leadership will lead this team back into postseason once again.
MITRE is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817, MITRE is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at mitre.com.
We are moments away from kickoff between the Sidekicks and the Comets here live at Cable Dahmer Arena. Dallas comes in, wears their green tops, white shorts, and green socks. Comets are wearing their white jerseys, red shorts, and white socks. And Eric Bergrud, one of his favorite players in all the league, Jamie Lovegrove, is in the center circle, ready to get things underway.
Had a nice chat with him on the field before the game. Clean shaven, Jamie Lovegrove. I said, hey, I hardly recognize you.
We are underway. Here comes Dallas, moving it right to left. Here's Lovegrove. That's the first shot of the game. And it looked like Tetsani got a piece of that one. Comets trying to kick it away. Held in. Now another long drive. That one coming off the foot of Bradley Valadez. Comets kick it back towards the Sidekicks half. Acosta runs up on it for the Comets. Acosta settles it. Turns and faces Hernandez of the Sidekicks. Darts inside to the corner. Hernandez goes down to the ground. Acosta still moving. A couple of soul rolls. And then Ando Reyes comes over to get into the mix here. About 4 players there deep in the corner, all trying to dig it out of the boards. Still fighting for it, and the Comets able to get it out front and center to Vandegrift. Vandy out to the left to Reggett. Zach Reggett with 5 goals so far early on in this MASL campaign. That leads the league. Tetsani rolls it forward to Vandegrift. Here's Vandegrift, second all-time in blocks, down to Acosta once again on the right wing. Acosta, some of that ball handling there, got away from him. He gets it back. He's double-teamed. And then the ball knocked away. Marcel Berry runs the correction. Tetsani runs on it now. Here's Tetsani with a quick left foot, and Lackland able to be coffee quick there and makes the save on the near post.
You mentioned Reggett leading the league. Everything goes so fast. Kelvin Oliveira scored double hat tricks. So
right.
As of like 11:30 last night, he's now leading the league in goal scores with 6.
And I think if folks, those maybe out on the West Coast, had not seen Kelvin before, you will. You'll know who this guy is. He is really, really good.
Tommy Tanner, GM of Utica City, told us that he's going to be the best player in the MASL, and we've already seen this 2 games in.
Here's Junior Kazim. Junior Kazim able to get the ball back, but could not set up for a shot. Dallas intercepts the pass, and here they come, right to left.
Way to track back there by Junior Kazim, something you want to see from your forwards.
Nacho picks up the loose ball, plays it over to Pino. Guerrero Pino forward with a pass. That one to Danny, who is into the game, one of the newest players for the Comets. Tell us about him, Eric.
Played professionally in Chile, including with Colo-Colo, one of the most popular clubs in Chile. Doesn't speak a lot of English, but definitely knows how to shoot, as we saw in pregame warmups.
He's got his fellow countryman and Nacho, who can do a little translation for him. Ejimadu forward to Marquez, broken up by the Sidekicks. Kansas City fighting to win the ball back. Pino gets a boot on that one to Nacho, into the corner for Berry. Lackland comes off his line, kicks it out of bounds. Mistake by Dallas. That'll give the Comets the ball right at the top of the arc.
Expect to see Nacho here set up the special team, and they wanted to go faster than either the Sidekicks or the referees were ready, and we'll do this all over again.
There's Kyle Atkins. He's one of our 3 officials. We have a veteran referee crew here. I'll tell you about that in a second. Nacho over to Acosta, who shoots. That one blocked by the Sidekicks. Ball knocked out of bounds.
It's worth mentioning Kyle Atkins last weekend was in Los Angeles, top assistant referee in the MLS Cup, so he's well known and well respected indoor and outdoor.
Our crew chief tonight is Rich Grady in his 32nd season of professional indoor soccer. Also joining him is Kansas City-based Brian Martin. He's in his 26th season, and Kyle Atkins has been around for 9 years. So a veteran crew here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Assisting them is Joe Mocht, Brendan Sweetman, Phil Gomez as well. We'll talk about some rule changes as we continue through the broadcast. The league put out a statement last week about some of the changes when it comes to challenge flags as the Comets dart inside Sidekicks' last third. It is Vandegrift who plays it away from the goal back to Tetsane. Tetsane looking to pass it far post for Reggett. Reggett sends it in there, and well, that one almost got through Marquez, who was sort of dummying the ball. Correction, that was Vandegrift. And we're seeing Marquez and Reggett on the field at the same time.
We saw a little bit of this last year in Kansas City, double target forwards. Little wrinkle there by Coach Stefan Stokic.
Played up the far touchline looking for Lovegrove, but Vandegrift steps in front. Chad kicks it away from the goal all the way back. Lackland is off his line, and he kicks it forward. Touched by Pino, then up to Ramon Palmer. Here's Acosta, back to Palmer. Palmer's got space. Palmer tries to cut it back. Palmer's still going forward. And a foul called against Dallas. Comets want a card. This is going to give Kansas City a good opportunity here on the restart.
Let's take a look on the replay. Good give and go there. See, for me, that's not a handball. His arm was naturally on the floor when it happened. But the challenge flag came out, and the referees will take a look at this.
Well, since we have the challenge flag out here, okay, let's talk about the changes that the league made last week, Eric.
Well, let's start with what happened in the offseason.
Okay.
So it had been one challenge flag per coach except for in overtime. And then they announced in the offseason that if you have a successful challenge flag, the flag gets back to you, and then you can do a second challenge during regulation.
Okay.
But what we heard from Commissioner Tozer the last week is because overtimes were starting to take the games way long, no challenge flags in overtime. It's just going to be referee's decision, which we saw last night in San Diego. Here's another look at it. So the question is going to be the extension of his arm on the ground. Was that naturally his arm where he slid down, or did he try to get advantage there with the arm? It's going to be interesting to see how they go with this one. It's not clear cut, in my opinion.
The ball definitely touched his hand. There's no question about that.
There is no question about that. The question is he was putting his arm down to guide his slide.
Yeah.
Right?
It'll be interesting.
What would you do? I kind of feel like that's a perfect segue into my fourth quarter read, which I'll do right now. Disagree with the call tonight? Half of you might. You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show under review with Phil Levanco and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube.
Okay.
So, Kansas City used their only challenge flag.
And they don't have any more.
Yep.
That's it.
And I think that was the right call by Rich Grady.
There's a shot of head coach Stefan Stokic taking a swig of water. Got his tracksuit on tonight. Comets are going to get it here pretty close to the goal. Nacho and Acosta are behind the ball. We were scoreless early on in the first between Dallas and Kansas City. Acosta runs up on it. Nacho over to Reagan. Shoots. Save! Lackland.
Kick save and a beauty.
You bet it was. And here comes Dallas on the counter. They slow it down, roll it into the area. Kansas City's defense collapses around the player. And away from the goal, we have several players tangled up there, including Rodriguez and Torquato. Also, Romero was also involved. He comes out. And now Dallas comes back the other way. From the left side, trying to cut it in, is Moises Hernandez. And Hernandez lost it with some good defense there by Tetsane over to Bejamadu.
One of three Romeros on the roster, Oscar, Isai, and Yahir. Two of them, I believe, are playing today.
Yep. Here's Kazim. Christian Quintana had a fistful of his jersey. No call. Both teams play on. Played near side for Guerrero Pino. Pino coming back from playing several years in San Diego. Coming on he goes by Danny. Now Nacho into the corner. And Eric Pereira is there. He put a touch on it with one of his toes and then knocks down the Sidekicks player, and it's going to be turned over to Dallas.
Hey, Nick, a little deja vu. A Comets player coming off the field and the other team all raising their hand, winning a 2-minute penalty. I think we've seen that somewhere.
Here's Anthony Powell trying to accept the pass off the wall, touches it a couple of times. A trio of white jerseys around him. Andreos and the Comets trying to get it out. Headed back in by Quintana. Pereira plays it with the ball away from the goal, away from Ejimadu. He's pinned up against the boards by Anthony Powell, and a foul called on Dallas.
I want to give a shout out to Sidekicks fans. They're having their inaugural this season watch party at Goats Arena Sports Bar in Fairview, Texas. You've got a home opener coming up soon, Sidekicks fans. Good luck this season.
No doubt about it. Yeah, in fact, their home opener is coming up on December 21st against the Milwaukee Waves, 7 o'clock.
Milwaukee won today, 7-6 at St. Louis.
Headed on over to Junior Kazim. Kazim shoots! And Kazim! Or is that Palmer?
That was
Ramon Palmer.
Ramon Palmer.
That's Ramon Palmer. Ramon Palmer has led the team in blocks this year. He gets his third goal of the season, and it gives the Comets a 1-0 lead. How about the header from Rian?
Well, we talk about this a lot. When you have a big target forward, you want your midfielders to make runs off of him, and Rian Marquez could make that pass all the time. The ball started in the back with Ejimadu to Palmer, and Palmer worked his way through the field, laid off the ball to his big guy, Rian Marquez, who Lux is going to be speaking with at halftime, and make it 1-0 Comets.
All right, Marquez with his 4th assist on the season. 1-0 Kansas City, and the Comets get the ball right back. Here's Tetsane. Tetsane front and center to DeBray Holloman. DeBray Holloman, super excited to be back in the lineup tonight. He, of all things, after one of the games, he was cutting the tape off his ankles with the scissors, and he cut his foot. So he was out last couple of games. He told me before the game that he is so excited to be back, he wouldn't want to be at any other place. Meanwhile, Comets and Sidekicks battling deep in the left wing corner. It squirts back out to the Comets. Acosta's got it. Right side for Tetsane. Tetsane lifts it into the corner for Junior Kazim. Junior double teamed. Strong on the ball. He goes down in a heap and draws the foul.
This rivalry between the Sidekicks and the Comets goes back to 1984, Nick, so 30 years. They played 60 games. Dallas has won 30, Kansas City has won 30.
Incredible. There's Acosta. Acosta tees one up, and that one had some tail on it, and Lackland made a pretty nifty save there.
Leo Acosta not afraid to shoot from anywhere. Lackland read that really well.
His clearance picked off by Marquez. Marquez moves to his left. He shoots. Lackland makes another save. He saved his own bacon right there, and we've got an official timeout on the field. Timeout with 7:27 left to play in this opening quarter. Kansas City with an early lead, 1-0. Glad you were with us on CBS Sports Golazo.
The season of savings at Cable Dahmer. Coming now during our Season of New Tradition sales event, get a Forte for only $99 a month. That's only $99. Plus, every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And Cable Dahmer Kia has doubled the size of its service bays to serve you better. Stop in today off Colburn Road in Lee Summit or visit us online at CableDahmerKia.com. If you want a Kia, thank Cable Dahmer.
We know a place where you can drop your bags and relax your mind. It's a place where you can unwind and unplug while staying connected, where having a lot on your plate is a good thing. And 5:30 Kickback is all about kicking back. Yeah, we know a place, and we know you'll love it too. Drury Hotels. Travel happy.
Welcome back to the Cable Dahmer Arena. I'm Lux. We are live here on the Silverstein Eye Center's field. 7 minutes and 23 seconds left to go here in the first period. It is tied between the Kansas City Comets and the Dallas Sidekicks, sending it right up back to Nick and Eric.
All right, Lux, thank you. We'll check in with you once again before we are done. Yes, Rion Marquez coming up at halftime. We'll look forward to that interview. Comets will have a restart in their left wing corner. Nacho front and center for Reggett. Blasts one in there, and down on the log roll goes number 97, Rafael Rodriguez.
Taking a look at that, what you want to see as a team and as a coach is somebody's going to sacrifice his body for the greater good. Definitely saw that on that block.
Another restart for KC coming up. Nacho, he's the trigger man. Longtime veteran Nacho in his 9th year for the Comets. Touches it back to Acosta. And Tetsane playing a defender, able to get it over to Reggett, who plays it to Ejimadu. Comets trying to build it up here out of the back. Forward it comes to Marquez. Rion leaves it off the board. Shot back to Rion. No good. Acosta, he's got a little bit of space. Flick back to Rion. Shot. Goal! Holy cow! That was pretty, and the Comets lead 2-0.
What a pretty sequence there. We'll watch that on the replay. Rion Marquez now leading the league in scoring. He's had quite a few great games here, Nick. Lays it off to Vandergrift. Tried to go Wallace score. That didn't work. If at first you don't succeed, Acosta, Nacho, back heel, Rion Marquez, rub those hands together. 2-0 Comets.
Wow, for Rion, that is number 5 on the year. And for Nacho, that is assist number 2. Kansas City 2 and Dallas 0.
Good block there from Pino. That was going back post. Shot by Colin O'Keefe, who was the star of the 2023 Pro Player Draft coming out of the Combine. Got a ton of minutes as a Dallas Sidekicks draftee. I know Commissioner Keith Tozer is big on the Combine and using it as an opportunity to find that next generation, and O'Keefe being one great example.
Here's Brian Martinez. It's deflected over to Moises Hernandez. Forward, Anthony Powell with a touch. Lovegrove with the volley, but first to foul is called against Kansas City.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Been following the games happening across the U.S. and Chihuahua and Tacoma. Tied 3-3 in overtime.
Chihuahua's tough, but Tacoma's looking rather nice early on this season.
I think Tacoma's an underrated team. They have quality on that team.
Here's Lovegrove. He's now in his 8th year out of Crawley, England. Lovegrove, one touch over to Perez. Perez bangs that one off the boards.
Opportunity for Danny here on the counter. Here comes Andreas if he sees him.
Here's Danny. He'll shoot, and that one just wide. Rebound comes off to Anthony Powell.
Talked a lot here about the transition game for Coach Stefan Stokic. It's something he experienced as a player under then Comets head coach Vlatko Andonovski. He has the speed now to deliver this wave on transition. It's something to watch throughout the season for Kansas City.
Good point. Here's Pereira. He's tried to flick it back to his teammate Barry, but he flicked it right into the Sidekicks bench. Eric Pereira, he's in his 3rd year. He's looking for his first goal. Maybe he can get one tonight. Kansas City also, there's a giveaway. Barry now into attack mode, trying to slot it down to Kazim in the corner. The Comets still trying to hold on to possession of the ball. Then the referee's crease and a foul called against Quintana,
who incidentally won a trophy last year against Kansas City in the final. He was loaned out to Chihuahua, and he comes back to Dallas with that experience. Quality player.
Kazim Jr. fighting. He wins the ball back. Good hustle by Jr. over to Nacho, who shoots it off the near glass. And it shoots across to the far side.
Handball on Barry.
And Marcel Barry gets the handball.
Green drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks, truly providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. Green Drop's recovery products are uniquely suited to help our athletes battle aching joints and muscles. Learn more or try it yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com.
4:54 left in this opening quarter. Kansas City leading 2-0 on goals by Ramon Palmer and Rian Marquez. Here's Acosta, front and center. Acosta inches forward, plays it back to Tetsane. Lucia, and then all the way back to Philip Ejimadu. Ejimadu got his first MASL win early on this season. He's 2-0 on the year. Here's Marquez to Acosta. One touch, moves to his right, thought about it, passes it down to Reggett. Zach takes a look. Now to Rion. Boy, the Comets are getting a lot of space to move around the sidekick defense. Sidekicks are packing it in. Here's Rion once again in the target. 3 players collapse on Rion. Anthony Powell comes out with the ball for Dallas. And he plays it up to Brian Martinez. Now Martinez forward, looking to get it to his teammate in O'Keefe. Now front and center, here's a drive. That's from Yair Romero. Picked up there by Tetsane, kicked away. Nestor Hernandez with a toe poke. That one wide to the left. Acosta with a touch, and then Holloman clears it away. Hernandez gets it back, shoots it again. Ejimadu down, makes a point-blank save again. Ball loose out in front. Tetsane trying to clear it. Comets wanted a handball.
There goes Palmer on the overlap, a little bit behind him. What do you do defensively, Nick, when you see 2 targets like Marquez and Reggett on the same line? Creates challenges.
Sure does. Matchup challenges for sure.
And so what the Comets do is then they employ 2 defensive runners, Junior Kazim and Christian Andreos, and so there's all sorts of mismatch opportunities there for Kansas City.
Nacho picks up the loose ball, plays it back to Ejimadu. Ejimadu, 2-0 on the year. His goals against average is 3.5, and he saves 78% of the balls that come his way. Now Vandegrift. Vandy on into Danny. Danny away from the goal to Pino. Now front and center for Nacho. Vandegrift with a little give and go. Plays it over to the far side to Tetsane. Correction, that was Kazim. Meanwhile, the ball spins into the corner. And Danny kicks it back to Pino. Pino walking one in there, shoots it, and that one headed away by Dallas into the corner. Valadez is in the area. Ball pinballing around, trading possessions. O'Keefe in there. Now Marquez, he goes down, and a foul called against Dallas.
This is a difficult assignment for the Sidekicks. Kansas City has already played 3 games. This is Dallas's first game, and so not just getting their legs, but getting their feel in a real game situation. It's very different than practice, and it may take them a couple quarters.
There's the cannon left foot from Tetsane. I'm surprised that one didn't shatter the glass behind there. He's had some bangers this season. Rebound to Dallas. Into the corner. Ejimadu beats him there to it. That was Albert Rodriguez. And now back the other way. It goes in! They chip Lackland! Oh, my! Andreos!
Well, I think Nestor Hernandez is going to want this back. We'll take a look on the replay.
That's his first of the season.
Take a look at this play. Ejimadu read that really well, got the ball out of the zone. And Andreos just muscled past Nestor Hernandez. Watch this one more time. Actually, I think Hernandez might have kicked it.
He did. It's going to go to
Andreos will get credit for it.
Romero call for the foul.
Doesn't matter in indoor soccer, Nick, as long as your name is in the score sheet, it's your goal.
When St. Louis was recently here, the king, Frank Tyer,
got 2 deflection goals, yeah. So
So 1:20 left to play in this opening quarter. Comets have built a 3-0 lead. Pino shielding away Lovegrove, and then Pino taken down by Lovegrove, and it'll be Kansas City's ball.
I tried unsuccessfully a few seasons ago to mount a one-person campaign for Jamie Lovegrove for MVP, and nobody would come along with me. IB26, Ian Bennett won it that year, but I tried.
You know what? Lovegrove has not forgotten it either.
Yeah.
There's Quintana. He's pushed over by Vandegrift, and a foul called on KC.
Interesting thing about both these teams, they both have resident historians, Brian Holland in Kansas City, Alan Bathrop in Dallas, and they've both been sending me tidbits, so I have some interesting facts and figures to share throughout this broadcast.
Excellent.
Including one featuring Nick Vassos, believe it or not, which we'll get to maybe in the second half.
All right, okay. Here's
Good
Acosta. Lackland has made some good saves in spite of letting 3 get by him. Flicked it back for Acosta. Oh, Acosta thought Junior Kazim was there. He picks up his own loose ball, plays it to Marquez. Now near side, here comes Pino. Pino
Good
gets
ball.
it back to Rion. Chasing it into the corner, goes off glass. Here's a shot, and just wide. Nacho was out front.
Everybody's trying to go Wallace Scorer this year. Everybody's trying to go Wallace Scorer last year too, Nick.
Final seconds here in the opening quarter. There's the horn, and that's going to do it for the first 15 minutes. And they are in the books. Rion Marquez with 2 points early on. He's got a goal and an assist. Comets lead 3-0 over the Dallas Sidekicks. Glad you are with us on CBS Sports Golazo.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
From new guys to the veterans, even this guy. At Community America, every member feels like a star.
With the one in there and almost deflected. Shot in the goal! It is Nacho! Comets win game 1! Out to Reddit. He does their game winner! For the Dudes and for the Swords! And he scores!
Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bashjavansky and Phil Ivanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's game and discuss the league's hot topics. They brought in the commissioner week 1.
You got bumped.
I got bumped. Well, now you can say it. I was penciled in, but I think that more people would want to hear what the commissioner would have to say than I would.
Know who you are.
I'm the guy who not only carries Nick Vassos' suitcase or baggage here at Cable Dahmer Arena, now Lux is a media celebrity doing spots for Kansas City. And like, who's that third guy on the air? That would be me. But that's a great show. It's on 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central Mondays. And I'm sure they're going to have a lot to discuss. It's been an interesting weekend. You had Kelvin Oliveira with double hat tricks, which is highly unusual.
On
you
back-to-back nights,
back-to-back nights
on the road.
You had San Diego's brand new arena debuting, Front Wave Arena, beautiful place.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the LED screen took a little bit of a beating there behind one of the goals. You have Milwaukee winning again on the road, and they're a team to watch out for. And then right now we're waiting to still see the Tacoma Chihuahua final. The thing about Kansas City, Milwaukee, Utica, everybody right now, you start talking about must-win games, and some of you might be thinking, why are you talking about must-win games in December? Because the way the playoff system is set up, it incentivizes teams to be the one seed or the 2 seed. And so you're really not wanting to drop any points, particularly at home. And so for Kansas City, I would say this is a must-win.
15 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter. Goalkeepers switch ends. Comets will now move it right to left. They have the ball to begin the second quarter, leading 3-0 over the Dallas Sidekicks. Glad you're here on CBS Sports Golazo. Comets dump it into the corner looking for Eric Pereira. It bounces off the boards to Parker Lackland from Richardson, Texas. That is just outside of Dallas. Sidekicks go into the corner here looking for Romero. Eastside Romero kicks it back. There's a drive coming off the foot of Nestor Hernandez. Superman. We don't know what kind of...
He wouldn't tell me what shirt he had, what color shirt he has underneath. He said, I can't tell you. But he will, if he scores a goal, he will show his Superman shirt.
He certainly will.
Then his signature power.
Ejimadu along the far touchline up to Tetsane.
That game in Tacoma going to shootout, Nick.
Wow. We'll keep you advised about that. Keep it right here. 13:52 to play in the first half. Barry over to Holloman. Holloman to Pino. Pino right up Main Street to Ramon Palmer. Back to Pino. Now, Pino didn't want to do it, but he knocked it right out of bounds.
So you mentioned Terry Woodbury winning championships as a player, but did you know on this week in 1993, he scored a hat trick against Kansas City playing for the Wichita Wings. So not only could he defend, but he could absolutely score too.
He played his entire career in indoor soccer. Yeah. Well, and he had a long one too.
Long career too, yep. A lot of experience and know-how there.
Foul called on Christian Quintana. He chopped down Christian Andreos. Christian hobbled a little bit, goes off the field favoring that right foot. Number 2 for Quintana. Up to Junior Kazin. Kazin, he goes down, and that another foul. That's against Quintana again. That's number 3.
4 fouls and a half results in a blue card, and so many coaches will sit players, kind of like what you see in basketball, getting in foul trouble.
(13-12) and a free start to Kansas City. Flick back for Tetsane, trying to set up that left footer of his. Kicked away by Dallas. Moises Hernandez comes away with it. Hernandez down the right side. Moises Hernandez is a good player. Just his second season with Dallas, but he's been a part of the Guatemalan national team and has played in World Cups. Now here is Rion Marquez looking far post. That one a little bit too far, and Reggett rifles one back in there for Rion. A little bit too strong. Nacho will kick it back to Ejimadu.
Jamie Lovegrove was wide open, making a run on the counterattack, and Moises didn't see him. They have chances. Just have to get that timing working.
Off the header by Nacho.
What a save on the second one, too.
Ooh, Lackland.
He's made a ton of saves already. Dallas being significantly outshot here by Kansas City. Again, this is Kansas City's 4th game. First one for the Sidekicks.
Here's Rion. And Blas Perez fouls Rion. A couple of big bodies there. There's Diana Barker in the front row. Long-time season ticket holder. Goes all the way back to the 80s. Looks like she might have been chewing on the official, or maybe Blas Perez. Restart coming up. Marcel Berry over the ball. Palmer now runs up on it. Kicks it, looking to get it to Vandegrift. Quintana clears it away. 3-0 Kansas City on goals by Palmer, Rion Marquez, and Christian Andreos. Junior Kazim in the corner, Vandegrift, and then all the way back to Pino. Now Palmer. Palmer on the right side, into the target to Kazim. Away from the goal, Pino. Now Vandegrift rolls it in there.
Kazim gives him the thumbs up, like, good idea, just didn't get it to me.
Here comes some pressure from Kansas City. Lackland turns it loose, sends it across the line. Back to Quintana, 11.5 to play in the first half. Lovegrove into the target, looking for Powell, and then it rolls into Ejimadu. Ejimadu up to Andreos. He's okay, back out on the field. Ramon Palmer tactically moving across the blue turf. Leaves it for Vandegrift. He rolls it forward to Marquez. Marquez lets it bounce off the boards. Anthony Powell is there. Good move to get by Reggett. And here comes Anthony Powell in the Sidekicks.
Got past both those targets, first Marquez, then Reggett.
With the ball, Isai Romero plays it near side Nestor Hernandez. Leaves that one for Martinez. Across the field for Romero, marked closely by Andreos, and a foul called on Christian. That's Yahir Romero. He is the youngest of the three Romero brothers, who all play for the Sidekicks. I can't think of another instance in where there were three brothers on one team.
Oh, I can.
Oh, well, here we go.
The Schmetzer brothers for the Cleveland Crunch, huh?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think all three of them played there at once. Two of them for sure played there.
All at the same time, though.
Somebody is going to look this up, and they're going to message me whether all three of them did.
I would love for someone, or two historians, Alan Bathrup or
Brian Holland.
Brian
they both
Holland,
know how to
sorry,
reach me. Someone's going to look that up, and I could be wrong about Brian Schmetzer, but Walter and Andy absolutely played together in Cleveland at the same time.
Kansas City with the ball. Tetsane going forward. Tetsane still going forward. And no call. Dallas up with the ball again. Here's Romero. This is Yahir Romero. He runs into a double team. Nacho extracts the ball away from him, and Kansas City takes over. 9 minutes and 38 seconds to play. Here's Acosta over to Reggett's got some space. Reggett goes down, and both teams bow. A foul is called. Kyle Atkins left the advantage play, and a foul is going to go against the Sidekicks. Restart coming up, KC.
Take a look at this. Reggett trying to cut inside. Simple foul. Free kick opportunity for Nacho here. And look at the options he has out there. He has Reggett wide, Marquez in the middle, Tetsane and Acosta. All of them can shoot. All of them can score.
Here's Reggett on over to Acosta, who shoots. The Comets still have some firepower, but look at this, Eric. Henry Ramirez, Lucas Souza, and Mikey Lennis are all out of the lineup tonight. Those are three good, young, promising players that have made contributions to this team.
Well, they all would figure to be in the top 16 or the 16 on the squad. And definitely with Lucas Souza, you have somebody who was MASL Rookie of the Year and one of the leaders on the squad, and he has missed the last couple games now. I did see him at practice the other day at the world-famous Kansas City Soccer Dome, so at least he's getting some time on the field, but not there yet.
Here's Lackland. Andreos closing in on him. He shoots it up the boards. Perez flicks it forward. That one goes right to Danny, one of the newest members of the Comets. Danny plays it back to Holloman. DeBray Holloman, one of those legacy players. His father, LeBaron, played for the Kansas City Attack, Edmonton Drillers, and Wichita Wings. He's probably watching tonight. Perez goes down, holding his right ankle.
This is absolutely a place where you would expect Blas Perez to want to get himself wide open to shoot, because he will shoot from everywhere too. Let's look on the replay here. Typical target play. Marquez came in on the knee. Good free kick opportunity here for Jamie Lovegrove.
Here's Lovegrove. He blasts one in there. Not on target. Romero Down to the corner to Moises Hernandez. Moises goes down. Kansas City plays on and they break away. Here comes Marcel Berry down the right side. Berry cuts it across to Holloman, too far in front of him. A collective groan from the home crowd in Kansas City. Perez. The Panamanian legend, Blas Perez, to Moises Hernandez. They played in a few World Cups, both those two guys have. Jamie Lovegrove running stride for stride with Rion Marquez to the boards. Lovegrove controls to Perez. Romero, now Martinez. Under 8 to play in the first half. Comets leading 3-0. Pass intercepted by Kansas City. And then taken right back, but first a foul called on Martinez.
I think on that previous sequence, Marcel Berry trying to be a good teammate. Sometimes you just have to be selfish and bury it. Pass was too far ahead of Debray Holloman, but
Marcel, go for the glory, his teammates say. 7:43. So Comets restarted, send it into the corner. Chad Vandergriff running down there, along with Torquato. Now forward for O'Keefe. Running into the corner, Kazim presses him up against the boards. O'Keefe still standing tall, battling in the corner of the ball, squirts around right into Ejimadu of the Comets. Philip Ejimadu making his third start of the season, throws it into open space. Lackland picks it up for the Sidekicks. Lackland, he sends it long over 2 lines. Now almost rebounded to the feet of Anthony Powell. Kansas City trying to clear it out. We'll have an official's timeout coming up here in 1 second. Now Pino picking up the loose ball. He'll set up the offense. Forward to Nacho. Nacho darts inside the Sidekicks yellow line. He's draws a double team, sends it off the boards. Lackland down on his knees here to scoop it up for Dallas.
so many changes in formation here. Sometimes it feels like Nacho's back into his midfield role, just all the players coming in and out. The lines are a little bit more complicated for Kansas City today.
Lackland, his pass picked off, comes to the feet of Reggett. Reggett out wide to a teammate, off the boards, rebound by Zach. Reggett looking for a passing partner. Instead, we'll play it back to Vandergriff. Smart play, build it up on the half line. Reggett stays on. Tetsani finds Reggett. Off the boards, looking for Tetsani running on. Cleared away by Dallas. One hop off the turf, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Kansas City, and we've got a timeout on the field. Timeout with 5:52 left to play in the first half. Kansas City with 3 goals. Dallas battling. Stay with us here.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be.
Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To thee, alma mater.
Hail, Park Hail. We are. We are. We are.
We are.
The Adirondack Apartments, the brand new apartment and townhome community, is now open in Independence and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living, from stainless steel appliances to resort-style swimming pool. The Adirondack Apartments has everything you need to live the life you deserve. Stop by or visit us on the web to schedule a tour of your brand new luxury home. The Adirondack Apartments.
Kansas City Comets up 3-0 on the Dallas Sidekicks. We are just a little bit ahead of the halftime here. And during halftime, make sure you stay right here. I've got an interview with Kansas City Comet forward Rion Marquez. Let's get back into the action with Nick and Eric up top.
All right, Lex, we look forward to you chatting with Rion Marquez, who has had himself a good start to the season. It's been, Rion, because of injuries, has had a tough start to the last few years. Good to see him get a couple of goals and be healthy for once.
In the form that Comets management and coaching staff expect now.
So here's a restart to Kansas City. And Tetsani will play it front and center to Acosta. Acosta's pass a little weak, nearly picked off by O'Keefe. Look how active O'Keefe is. He wins the ball on the boards and comes out. You can see why the Dallas Sidekicks got him from the pro player combine. Now the ball loose and picked up by Kansas City. Acosta over to Reggett. Reggett turns, faces the goal. He'll fire one from distance. That one not on target. Rion out there, gets it to Reggett. Reggett goes down. Now Acosta's got some space. He flicks it back to Reggett. Reggett rolls it in! Zach Reggett! He gets into the scoring column, and the Comets extend their lead. It is now 4-0.
Couple things on the sequence next. Nick, the ball movement was terrific. And then from a Dallas defensive perspective, how do you deal with both Marquez and Reggett out on the same line? So it creates some challenges there. Reggett to Acosta, good by the referees to let them play advantage. Acosta across the body. That's the hardest one to save, Nick, when players go low across the goalkeeper. When they're leaning right and you go left. Another goal for Zach Reggett. Comets lead 4-0.
Acosta gets the assist. And for Acosta, that is assist number 3 on the year. For Zach, goal number 6. Comets 4, Dallas nothing.
And all 3 of the names you mentioned, Reggett, Marquez, and Acosta among the league leaders in scoring.
Here's Hernandez. Again, Dallas, this is their season opener tonight. Comets have already played 3 games. This is number 4 on the season. Here's Palmer off the boards. Lackland gets a touch. Now Andoreo shoots. Lackland got a piece of that one with the right glove.
Palmer trying to go Walla Scora. The Walla was there, the Scora not quite.
Here comes pressure from Andorreos. Lackland sends it across the line. Comets trying to win the ball. Brian Martinez picks up the loose ball. Then it's knocked away by the Comets again. Here's a drive and a goal by Dallas. It goes to Jamie Lovegrove. And it's now 4-1.
Indoor soccer, Nick, sometimes it's where you're positioned makes all the difference in the world. And Jamie Lovegrove, right place, right time. See him out on the wing. Deflection off DeBray Holloman, and Jamie Lovegrove all by himself. And what does he do? He goes low across the goalkeeper. Really where you want to put it. Leaves the goalkeeper with few options there, and it's 4-1.
So with 4:06 left to play in the first half, Dallas on the board. And if you're new to indoor soccer, a 3-goal lead in this game is, well, nothing. We have a long, long way to go in this one.
Update from Tacoma, 8-round shootout. Chihuahua won.
Oh, wow.
Tacoma gets a point for taking the game. Past regulation, Chihuahua gets 2 points for the victory.
Wow. That Chihuahua team is tough. Romero, I went off the side of his foot. Rebounds out front. Tetsani bangs it off the boards. Looking to get it back to Danny. And Marquez touches it to Nacho. Then into Tetsani.
You can see the skill from Danny. He's just still trying to figure out this indoor game, but watch out when he does.
That one went off of Dallas before it went out of bounds. So Kansas City will have it in the left wing corner. There's Rion Marquez, the big Brazilian from Central Methodist University. Won a college title there. Here's Nacho. Nacho, the team captain. Kicked away. Reggett will chase it down for Kansas City.
You mentioned the 3 Romero brothers playing for Dallas. Of course, Brian Holland got back to me quickly. Only 2 of the 3 Schmetzers played in Cleveland. That was Walter and Andy. Brian never played there. He played on the West Coast, both for San Diego and Tacoma.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember a time when there would have been 3 brothers. Of course, the
Pikuzinski brothers are 2. Yep.
Yep, they're 2.
Yep.
The Dunn brothers are 2. There's going to be let me think about this for a second. Meanwhile, here's Romero, one of the Romero brothers. This is Yahir. And he plays it back away from the goal. And a foul after he kicked it wide is going to go against Leo Acosta. Leo Acosta, his second year. He's in his second year. He's from Chicago. Had some family up in Milwaukee watching him play, I bet. In the Comets' controversial loss to the Wave last weekend. The Comet did earn a point. The game went to overtime, but Kansas City thought they had done enough.
Man, Rich Grady on the field of pregame had no idea what you were talking about controversy, Nick. No idea. Fans, if you missed it last week on CBS Sports Golazo, there was Kansas City was at Milwaukee, and there was an interesting sequence that started with a blue card call for too many men on the field for Kansas City. That was changed on the field. Wave goalkeeper Willie B came out of his box as they were going to go with the 6th attacker, and he got chipped by Lucia Tetsane, and after a long review, goal was rescinded.
Yep. That would have been the Comets' 6th goal. They end up losing in overtime 6-5. 1:40 to play here in the first half. A shot and a save by Ejimadu. That was Colin O'Keefe. Now with a loose ball, settled on the blue turf. Here is Andreos. He'll wait for some mates. Oh, he gets it over to Reggett. Reggett fires a right footer. That one's saved by Lackland. Reggett gets it back. Now goes to Andreos. Back to Reggett. Andreos is second on the night. It's the second own goal that will go to Christian Andreos. Right, Eric?
We saw this last game we did on CBS Sports Golazo when Frank Tayu came here against the Comets and got credit for 2 goals off deflections. Take a look at this. Andreos doing the work. Reggett in the corner. Save off of his right. Reggett's going to come back to Andreos, who was trying to give and go with Reggett off of Martinez in the goal. They all count, Nick. 5-1 Comets.
Second assist for Zach Reggett, number 2 on the year for Christian Andreos. Christian, who scored the winning goal against the Milwaukee Wave in the Eastern Conference Finals to send the Comets through to the Ron Newman Cup Finals. That was a huge moment here inside Cable Dahmer Arena for that young player.
And the defender on that last play, Brian Martinez, nothing you can do about that as he'll find an indoor soccer. He was a participant in the college draft. He was drafted, signed by the Sidekicks. So they've done a really good job the last couple of years identifying talent through the combine, through the draft, and they're getting there.
Nacho over to Pereira, making a bid for his first goal. Now Nacho with a second chance. 47 seconds left in the first half. Here's Acosta. Wall pass to Rion Marquez, flicked it back, looking for Nacho to run up on it. Romero clears it away. Anthony Powell dribbling, hoping to get it past Lucia Tetsane. Anthony Powell still holding on to the ball, 25 seconds left. And Powell finally releases it over to Quintana. Quintana playing with 3 fouls to Lackland. Lackland shoots it over the head, looking for Lovegrove. Eric Pereira's back there. He plays it to Ejimadu. And with 7 seconds left, on up to Tetsane. Forward to Acosta. 1 second left. That's going to do it for the first half. Comets with 5 goals in that first half to lead this one 5-1 over the Dallas Sidekicks, who are playing in their very first game of the season. Andreos being with a couple of goals. Both of them are own goals going off of Dallas. Rion Marquez had a goal and an assist. Zach Reggett had a goal and an assist. We're standing by. We'll check in with Lux here. She's going to chat with head coach Stefan Stokic here in just 1 second.
Hey, Coach.
Lux is with the coach right now. Let's go down to Lux.
Hey, I'm here on the field with head coach Stefan Stokic. This is your first matchup against the Dallas Sidekicks this season, and you're going into the halftime up by 4, which by 3, which is not exactly a large lead in the MASL. But what do you think is going right so far?
I think we put in the goals that we need to put in, but I think objectively our quality needs to be better. Decision making, we should have had a couple more goals. But I think our pressure is good. I think we're doing well defensively, but I think we can create a lot more offensively.
Okay, so what are you going to ask of the guys at halftime?
Composure, quality, and I want to see some good goals.
We seem to be getting a lot of the possession. We're very proud of the first half, and we'll see you in the second half. Good luck, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right. Thanks a lot, Lux, and thank you, Coach Stefan Stokic. We are at halftime. We're going to check in with Rion Marquez. We'll check in with the league and then possibly hope to get you some highlights before we come back for third quarter action. 5-1 Comets over Dallas on CBS Sports Colosso.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
It's a season of savings at Cable Dahmer. Coming now during our Season of New Tradition sales event, get a Forte for only $99 a month. That's only $99. Plus, every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And Cable Dahmer Kia has doubled the size of its service bays to serve you better. Stop in today off Colburn Road in Lee Summit or visit us online at cabledahmerkia.com. If you want a Kia, thank Cable Dahmer.
We know a place where you can drop your bags and relax your mind. It's a place where you can unwind and unplug while staying connected, where having a lot on your plate is a good thing. And 5:30 Kickback is all about kicking back. Yeah, we know a place, and we know you'll love it too. Drury Hotels. Travel happy.
It's halftime here at Cable Dahmer Arena. My name is Lux, and I am here with Kansas City Comets forward and leader of the scoreboards right now, Rion Marquez. Rion, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Looking forward to another game here at Cable Dahmer and having the support of our fans.
Well, you're playing against the Dallas Sidekicks this evening, and you've had some memorable moments in your 5 years here in the MASL, but I don't know if you know this, a lot of them have been against the Dallas Sidekicks. Your very first goal in your very first game in the MASL against the Dallas Sidekicks, your very first 2 hat tricks back-to-back against the Dallas Sidekicks, and your very first playoff goal 36 seconds in to a win against the Dallas Sidekicks. How do you feel going into this season playing against them tonight?
It's funny that you say that because I actually didn't know. Apart from being my first goal, I didn't know all those stats. But I guess it's always fun to play against Dallas, so I'm looking to continue that trend going forward.
Okay, well, you and I actually got to know each other this May and June at the TST tournament. Both of us lucky enough to work for Newtown Pride. Well, we noticed this year in the tournament so many more MASL players in the lineup. Can you talk about your experience, what it was like, and what it was like to play with some of your current players like Lucas Souza and Marcel Berry, and past players like Berto Palmer? What was it like this year?
Oh, it was an amazing experience. The Newtown team was stacked with a lot of MASL talent. We really represent the league very well. We came up a little short losing in the semifinals, but it was a very good experience having that much talent in one team. It was fun. It was fun.
You had some incredible goals in the tournament out there, and you've had some incredible goals already here. 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points altogether. But I think the first goal you had this season was the most memorable for me because of that celebration. We all know the famous celebration. The ball goes under your stomach and the hand goes to your mouth. What does it feel like to be able to have that celebration?
It means the world to me. I'm very excited, nervous at the same time to have my first skate in March. So I felt like I had to score a goal that game. It came late in the game, and I was able to have that celebration for me and my wife. So.
You not only did you have that celebration for you and your wife, but you had it for you and your mom. You scored on her birthday too. So hopefully we're going to see some goals out of you tonight. Last question for you. 5 years in the MASL, 5 years with the Kansas City Comets. What is it about this city or this team that keeps you here in red?
I love the community. Obviously, we have a lot of great players, coaching staff. The management, it's incredible, but the community keeps me here. The fans are amazing, and they're always packing Cable Dahmer and supporting us through thick and thin. So.
Well, the community loves you. The fans love you. Anything you want to say to the fans before we head back into the locker room so you can get back out there for the second half?
Hoping to finish this one with a win. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rian. Back to you guys.
Clear vision is so important for everything I do, on and off the field. I'm Zach Reggett, forward for the Kansas City Comets. We are super excited to partner with Silverstein Eye Centers as the official eye care provider for the Kansas City Comets.
I'm Dr. Steve Silverstein. We would love to show you what eye care should be. Please call us to schedule an appointment or visit our website at silversteineyecenters.com.
Community America Credit Union, where every member feels like a star. Member owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
With the one in there and almost deflected. Shot in the goal! It is Nacho! Comets win game 1. Out to Reggett. He does the game winner! For the Dudes and for the score! Dudes, and he scores! Shoot! He
What's going on, everybody? This is the MASL in 5. It's your chance to get caught up on everything that went down in the MASL over the past week in just 5 minutes. Let's go.
Correa on the counter. It's Correa in on goal. Correa with a shot. It's blocked. It's off the bar and in. Correa. Here come the Teddies.
Yeah, teddy bears collected and delivered to a local nonprofit in time for the holidays. And yeah, fans had a lot to celebrate in Tacoma. The Stars have big expectations this campaign after a strong season last year. They led 5-4 in the dying seconds, setting up the dramatic finish.
Jones goes to ground. Ball still bouncing. Danger. Morgan misses. Correa with a block. Charlie Gonzalez's shot. The buzzer sounds.
Big win for Tacoma as they take down their old school rivals. Okay, Wave versus Comets. This contest had a bit of everything. It was the game broadcast on CBS Golazo. Casey jumped out to a 3-0 lead, but the Wave came back. And there were lots of great goals and lots of controversy in this game. This KC goal in the 4th would have put them up by 3 goals, and it's a banger too, from way out here from distance, just under the bar. Beautiful, but the goal was disallowed. Originally, there was supposed to be a penalty that would have stopped the play. The officials discussed it. Now, for a full analysis of exactly what went down, tune in to Under Review on MASL TV with Ryan Sigich and Phil Ivanko, who break down the play. But the long and short of it is the goal was disallowed, and the Wave came back to burn Kansas City.
Now 15 seconds to go. Alvarez chips it in. Huffman trying to get position. Bangs it off the board. In front of the goal! Ricardo Cavallo ties it up at 5 apiece. Tony had a goal. Sanchez got away. Sanchez coming in first. On the goal! The Wave wins it tonight, 6-5.
Tough way for KC to lose it. The Wave triumphed 6-5 in OT. Empire in Chihuahua. Before the game, the Savage were celebrating their back-to-back league titles, and they were all business in their home opener.
Para el equipo de Chihuahua. Ahí está el Popper que puede disparar de derecha y el gol.
10-3 Chihuahua takes it. They are looking frightening already. Harrisburg and Baltimore, a battle of two teams that missed the postseason last year and are looking to bounce back this season. And that was a good game, actually, back and forth the entire way. The Blast take down the Heat ultimately by an 8-6 final score. Okay, some games we're looking forward to this weekend. Utica City kicks off their season in Empire. This will be the CBS Sports Golazo game of the week. Kickoff 7:35, that's local time, so PST. Should be a fantastic contest. And San Diego will host Utica on Saturday, and this will open Front Wave Arena. Can't wait to watch. Will it be a fortress like Pechanga was? We shall see. Tacoma taking on Chihuahua. This should be maybe the game of the weekend. Two fantastic teams. Tacoma finished the season so strong last year. Chihuahua knocked them out of the playoffs, though. And your players of the week. Chris Toth in goal for the Tacoma Stars. Roberto Escalante of Chihuahua on defense. And offensively, it is Nick Pereira. Roberto, unbelievable for Chihuahua as they took down Empire 10-3. 2 goals, 1 assist, and most importantly, as a defender, 4 blocks for Roberto. And offensively, Nick Pereira. Great game for the Stars. 1 goal and 2 assists in the win over San Diego. And finally, Chris Toth, 27 huge saves to lead the Stars to the win. Time now for your plays of the week.
Se dolía por ahí de la pierna derecha y que digas tú que hay mucho, se la dejo. ¡Golazo!
He's going to slow it down. Rivers, space, Rivers!
Marco Fabián!
This would be the situation against the boards to get that
Great
shot off
shot,
right there.
Right. Beats Toth from distance. And
ahí está el Popper que puede disparar de derecha y el gol.
Harrisburg, and they create a turnover. Mello! Oh, just wide. Diegas. Oh, what a goal!
Tony had a goal.
There you go.
Sanchez got away. Sanchez coming in first. On the goal! The Wave wins it tonight, 6-5.
Yeah, and just a reminder, of course, that to stay up to date with everything that's going on with the league, including great feature stories, the latest news, statistics, you can head to the MASL's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be.
Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To the alma mater.
Hail, Park, hail. We are. We are. We are.
We are.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X.
Alongside Eric Bergrud, I'm Nick Vassos. And our third member of our broadcast crew, Lux St. Lou. We are here live at Cable Dahmer Arena. So glad you have chosen to join us here on CBS Sports Golazo and our local coverage on 38 The Spot. We appreciate you sharing part of your time this weekend. 5-1 Comets lead over the Dallas Sidekicks. Let's show you some of the first half highlights. The Comets, they got out to a strong start, no doubt about it. Jamie Lovegrove in his ninth year. Nacho out to Reggett. Lackland, their keeper for Dallas, really made some good saves. And then the first goal of the game goes to Ramon Palmer to give Comets a 1-0 lead. Palmer with a really nice touch there to flick it over the top of Lackland, the goalkeeper. Second goal of the game was a nice ball that went ring around the rosy.
Tic-tac-toe, huh?
Yeah, exactly, to Rion Marquez. That was Rion's 5th of the year. Kansas City leads 2-0. And then this one, an own goal kicked in by Nestor Hernandez, but Christian Andreos gets credit for it. Comets lead 3-0 going into the second quarter. In the second one, and this one that Eric pointed out, that's a really tough ball for the goalkeeper to get to. Zach Reggett nets his 6th on the year. Comets lead 4-0. And then Jamie Lovegrove off the Comet deflection picks up the loose ball, and he's in an area where he is unlikely to miss. That puts Dallas on the board. It's 4-1. And then the last goal comes in the form of another own goal off of Brian Martinez. Christian Andreos gets credit for his second goal of the night. Christian doing a bit of a dance. He's happy. And the Comets lead 5-1. Eric?
A lot happening in the league, both on the field as well as the show. Subscribe today to MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game rebroadcast, MASL shows, highlights, and more. There's a lot happening throughout the week. There's MASL Monday. There's Under Review. There's rebroadcasts of the game, not only that appear on YouTube, but these games on CBS Sports Golazo. There's a lot happening. But if you're not subscribing to MASL TV on YouTube, you're not seeing it. So do it.
And follow on social media, on X at MASL Soccer. They post a lot of the goals there.
As somebody who spends maybe too much time on X, a little bit on Instagram too, getting the frequent updates from MASL, and during games, each goal being clipped, which is great for us as we're keeping up with other games happening, like the Chihuahua victory over Tacoma in overtime, and a little earlier this afternoon, Milwaukee winning in St. Louis. Getting those clips of each goals makes our life easier. It's greater for you, for fans. Shout out to the MASL social media team for making this all possible. And they had a pretty late night last night because, I mean, if you were in San Diego watching that come from behind victory against Utica, you were there past 9:30. If you were on the East Coast, it was after 12:30. Wow. And so, long night, long weekend at MASL.
A lot of good action inside the league. All right, Dallas with the ball to begin the third. Comets trying to win it away, but a whistle, and it goes back to Kansas City. So just underway here in the third. Comets lead 5-1. Kansas City will move it left to right in this third quarter. Philip Ejimadu making his third start of the season. He's 2-0 on this young season.
He can't touch this either.
Oh, that's why Nacho was going all the way back for it. And Nacho, good play there by Nacho. Thank you for pointing that out, Eric.
Made Nacho run a little bit, the 9-year veteran, probably more running than he would have liked to do at the beginning of the third period, but sometimes you have to do things for your team, Nick, especially when you're the captain.
And he promptly, timely, he goes off the field. Into Rian. Kicked away by Dallas, held in by Acosta. Here's Acosta with a drive from distance that's just above the crossbar. It comes off to the far side of the field, takes a couple of hops off the top of the Dashers, and then a fight for it is touched by Anthony Powell. And he plays it to a teammate and eventually back to Lackland. Lackland kicks it across the half line. Comets will pick it up. Comets will bring a couple of fresh legs out onto the field. Junior Kazim comes on along. Zach Reggett is out there. So the Comets playing with what appears to be 2 targets, but they play not in the same area. Here's a loose ball. Now that's Tetsane with a drive.
He absolutely killed his teammate Zach Reggett on that. That was going wide, but Zach couldn't move quickly enough.
And Zach went down, but he's all right. If you know Zach, he is tough. And a bike. That was shot, and Lackland makes the save. Interesting sequence there.
And again, the Comets employing 2 targets on the same line, 2 defensive runners. That's Junior Kazim and Christian Andreo. So for all intents and purposes, 4 forwards playing for Kansas City this evening.
12:36 left in this third. It's 5-1 KC. Quintana's pass goes right to Vandergriff, and then Vandergriff forward to Andreos. Christian turns and faces, now decides to go back the other way to his teammate Ramon Palmer. Nacho, after catching his breath, is back out there on the field for the Comets. Here's Marquez. Rolled forward looking for Palmer, but it's picked off there by the Sidekicks. Marquez steps in, disrupts the ball. He's calling for it. On the near side, it's Danny. He leaves it for Palmer. Now front and center Nacho. Back to Danny, who flashes in front of the goal. He'll kick it over to Marquez. Marquez lost it to Dallas. And Brian Martinez trying to use the boards to go around. Now Nacho gets it back for Kansas City. All the way over to the near side, it comes to Vandegrift. Vandegrift to Nacho. Nacho bangs it off the boards, and it goes right into Lackland. Lackland winds up and throws it long. That one headed into the Comet bench by Marquez.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more.
Into the corner for Rodriguez. Albert Rodriguez to O'Keefe. To Romero. And then Zach Reggett hits it off the boards to Acosta. Here's Acosta down the right side. Slows it down. Tries to slide it over to Zach. Back to Acosta. Then back to Reggett, who heads it on goal. And Lackland makes the save.
Give and go game is strong for Kansas City. Not much pace on that pass, though. Nothing that Reggett could do other than hit it straight into the arms of goalkeeper Parker Lackland.
Here's Nestor Hernandez to Lovegrove. Jamie moves it forward. Inside the Comet yellow line. Hits one. That one off Tetsane. Held in by the Sidekicks. Romero on back to Quintana. Now Hernandez. Forward for Lovegrove. Lovegrove inside the yellow line. That one off Pino. Back to Hernandez. Right side Quintana. Now Romero. Double teamed. Kazim runs right into Quintana, and it goes off of Junior Kazim.
The MASL All-Star Game is headed to Utica, New York on February 12, 2025. Follow the MASL on social media for updates on tickets, rosters, and more. And if you've never been to a game at the Adirondack Bank Center, you have missed something, because that environment is unbelievable.
Yeah, you were there last year.
Calling a game in the playoffs on CBS Sports Golazo.
There's Anthony Powell. He'll swing it right side for Quintana. Forward to Yahir Romero, leaves it for Quintana, and he blasts that one up into the net. Goalkeeper distribution coming up for KC, 9:41 to play in the third.
So interesting setup in Utica. Their practice facility is right next door to their arena, and so literally you have everything there if you're a UCFC player, which gives them a definite advantage. And the fans there are great. The blue turf, of course, is great.
The environment, oh my gosh.
It's loud.
So good. And they got a really good team this year, too. There's going to be a lot of cheering.
Absolutely have a good team. But like the Utica teams have passed, expect more 9-7 games than 3-2 games because that team loves to score goals.
Yep. There's Palmer battling Torquato in the corner. It rebounds back to Lovegrove, front and center. Barry dives in. Pass to the center circle, now near side for Martinez. Haven't seen Blas Perez as much as we thought we might see him tonight. Lovegrove off the boards.
Primarily set pieces.
Now Romero with a drive and a goal! Isai Romero in his third year gets Dallas on the board here in the second half. And the Sidekicks draw within 3.
Talked about the Romero brothers earlier, Nick. A lot of power on this shot, too. Try to check it out on the replay. But we'll go back to replay maybe later. We're back at live action.
Again, Isai Romero. He's the older brother of Oscar and the younger brother of Yahir on the team. So 8:17 left to play in the third. It's a 3-goal game now between KC and Dallas. Ejimadu trying to hit it high off the glass. It's out of bounds.
We mentioned earlier, Nick, that there's history between these teams. They go back to 1984, but the actual first game of this league, the Major Arena Soccer League, took place on October 25th, 2014, and it was these two teams.
Get out of here.
KC won 13-4. 4 goals from Leo Gibson, 3 goals from Fahid Asapor.
Wow.
Comets victory that evening.
Here come the Comets again. It's Pino down to the corner with Andorreos, who loses it. Lovegrove kicked it right to the top of the arc. Danny is there for the Comets. He backs away. Plays it to Pino. Head coach Stefan Stokic said at halftime that he wanted to continue with the quality here in the second half. Marquez gives that one away. Here comes the Sidekicks. It's Lovegrove. Lovegrove shoots, and that one just above the crossbar. Quintana drives it back in there, and Ejimatu has it. Lovegrove looks like was talking over to Quintana saying, hey, hold the ball. Don't drive it back in there. Keep it. Good play by Quintana to slide down and disrupt the pass. Now he digs in against Junior Kazim, and the Sidekicks with a little more heart here in the second half. Win the ball. Here comes Lovegrove. He shoots that one off the near boards. No good. It rolls up the leg of Nacho. Tries to clear up and right to Quintana. Down into the corner it goes. Now here's a shot. That one from Romero again that goes off of the crossbar. Rebounds near side. Palmer of the Comets is there to kick it away, but it goes out of bounds off of Dallas, and we've got an official's timeout on the field. Let's take a break here in the third quarter. So far, 1 goal by Isai Romero, and that has trimmed the Comets' lead to 3. Kansas City 5, Dallas 2 on CBS Sports Golazo.
The Adirondack Apartments, the brand new apartment and townhome community, is now open in Independence and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living, from stainless steel appliances to resort-style swimming pool. The Adirondack Apartments has everything you need to live the life you deserve. Stop by or visit us on the web to schedule a tour of your brand new luxury home. The Adirondack Apartments.
We know a place where you can drop your bags and relax your mind. It's a place where you can unwind and unplug while staying connected. Where having a lot on your plate is a good thing. And 5:30 Kickback is all about kicking back. Yeah, we know a place. And we know you'll love it too. Drury Hotels. Travel happy.
With the one in there and almost deflected. Shot in the goal! It is Nacho! Comets win game one! He does the game winner! For the Dudes and for the Swords! And he scores!
We are back with second half action here at the Cable Dahmer Arena. Kansas City Comets leading 5 over the Dallas Sidekicks. 6:37 in the third. Back up to Eric and Nick for more action.
All right, thanks a lot, Lux. We'll check back in a little bit. 6:32 to go, and Comets with the ball. Nacho Flores floats one into the corner looking for Rion Marquez. It bounces over to Reggett, who was knocked down to the ground, picked up by Dallas. Here come the Sidekicks moving right to left.
Look at Marcel Berry track back so fast.
So fast. Here is Romero. Boy, he is quick. Still with the ball. Shot blocked by Andorreos. Correction, that was Nacho. Now the Comets trying to counter. And Rion Marquez out to the right. Marquez shoots, and that one off the glass. Reggett down there.
Ball skipped on him, and he was in a difficult angle. Could not keep that shot down.
Lackland throws it long to Perez. Blas Perez had it knocked away, and the Comets take over. Here's Danny forward to Rion Marquez. His pass intercepted and played up towards Blas Perez, but a little bit too far. Comets take it back. 5.5 to play in the third. Comets continuing to lead by just 3 now.
Talking about Marcel Berry's speed in preseason testing. He not only tested as the fastest player in Kansas City's roster, he was testing Olympic speed.
Wow.
Like literally Olympic speed in terms of what he can bring out there on the field. And what was a 3-on-2 Dallas counterattack pretty soon became a 3-on-3. No issue for Kansas City's defense. 2-minute penalty coming right in front of Rich Grady.
Moises Hernandez is going to be sent off.
And a challenge flag right in front of Rich Grady. So they're going to challenge whether, and Terry Woodbury came out on the field to have a little chat with Rich Grady, and Rich Grady says, thanks, coach, get back on the bench. They're going to take a look at this play. Video review.
Yep. So Hernandez pleading his case as he walks off the field. Players now have to they get 15 seconds to leave the field after a blue card or a yellow card or some type of infraction.
Intended to speed up the game and delay some of the theatrics and similar behavior. Basically, Dallas is challenging and saying it was a regular foul, not a blue card deserving foul. And the trio of Brian Martin, Rich Grady, and Kyle Atkins will take a look. Kyle Atkins had a busy weekend last weekend. He was assistant referee at MLS Cup in LA. So it's on the Junior Kazim foul. We're going to have to roll it back probably a little bit just to see how it started. It's Kazim. Let's take it back right there. Roll it. That's not much, Nick.
No, it's not.
That is not much. I think they overturned this regular foul.
It certainly looked worse. And when you slow things down, it does change. It changes so much when you slow things down like that.
Absolutely. We also come from an era where physicality was the norm, and that one was relatively tame. Good challenge by Coach Woodbury.
Certainly was.
He will get his So 2 things. He'll get his challenge flag back. An embellishment warning against Junior Kazim.
Oh.
Saw this called last night in the game between San Diego and UCFC on one of the challenge reviews there. Coach Stokic can't believe it. But typically, one bench can't believe every call, and the other bench wants every call. It just flipped the call and flipped the outrage.
There's Terry Woodbury.
Great playing career indoors, too. I remember watching him play for these Dallas Sidekicks.
So the Comets will have the ball. Both teams remain at even strength. And Nacho will send it along the boards down to Kazim. Kazim kicked it away, picked up there by O'Keefe of the Sidekicks. Here comes Colin O'Keefe, looking to get it into the feet of Rodriguez. Now Nestor Hernandez. Over to Quintana. 4.5 to play in the third. Dallas has one more road game to play before they have their home opener. They'll be in St. Louis on Friday, December the 20th, before they come home for their home opener on Saturday the 21st at 7 o'clock.
This will actually be Kansas City's ball. We talked with Rich Grady on the field in pregame about video review and how sometimes you see things live and you see it differently after you review it. And just like you said, Nick, when you slow it down, it changes how you see the play.
Mm-hmm. Up to Marquez. Marquez marked closely by Quintana. Rion so strong on the ball, able to shed Quintana. Now into the middle of the box. Down to Nacho. Could not get a boot on it. And Lovegrove trying to clear it. Held in by Palmer, who shoots. Save. Rebound shot. Marquez goes down and Lackland's got it. Good playing there by both teams. Good save by Lackland. Back to live action. Here's Marcel Berry. Over to Marquez. Berry's got some space down the left side. Marcel, double teamed. He shoots, and Berry, like a cherry, knocks it in. It's 6-2.
What do we talk about him being a little less selfless, Nick? And Rio Marquez got himself another assist. What Kansas City saw when they brought in Marcel Berry in the offseason about St. Louis was not only his pace, but his ability to help their transition game. Takes one touch, dinks the goalie. Comets lead 6-2.
2 assists on the night for Marquez. That's 5 on the year. And for Marcel Berry, he comes up with goal number 3.
That first step just puts him in a different position than many players in this league. And the Comets want to get him in that situation more and more this season.
Marcel Berry out of Charlotte, Virginia. He was Mr. Soccer in the state of Virginia. He was named the best soccer player in the state of Virginia when he was coming out of high school. 3:08 left to play in the third. Quickly ahead to Perez, and that is out of bounds for El Raton.
So I mentioned earlier I've got a Nick Vassos highlight here for you, and it's connected actually to CBS Sports Golazo. And I'm going to leave that teaser out there. Next dead action, I will finish this story.
Okay.
You're thinking to yourself, Nick, what do I have to do
with
CBS Sports Golazo? I'll get you there.
Exactly. Oh, wall pass. Vandegrift fanned on it right out in front of the goal. What a pass by Reggett.
Again, the Walla was there, the scorer not so much.
2.5 to play in the third. Comets back up by 4 on the latest goal by Marcel Berry. Ahead it comes to Colin O'Keefe. He plays it back to Hernandez. Now back to O'Keefe. Dallas setting up their offense. Dallas setting their sights on postseason this year, having missed it last year. Here's Romero on the far touchline. He draws a crowd. And now it's back to Moises Hernandez. He tees one up, and that one off the window, just wide. And now another drive. That one by Romero again, and that one comes to the feet of Zach Reggett. Now another loose ball. That one picked up and shot in there by Rodriguez.
Good job by Ejimado to get off his line.
Now Rodriguez turns and fires. That one blocked by Vandergriff of the Comets. Vandergriff goes down, and a whistle and a foul called on the Sidekicks.
So I'll give this to you. On this date in 1999, my partner Nick Vassos was paired up with now CBS Sports Golazo studio host Nate Bukaty for the first of 10 cable games that season for the Kansas City Attack. A young Nick Vassos, a young Nate Bukaty, and who would have thought in 2024?
Oh,
my God, that's 25 years ago.
I know.
You would be calling games on CBS Sports Golazo, and Nate would be in the studio.
Incredible. I mean, just incredible. There was a good chance there by Kazim. If you saw a picture of Nate and I doing a game back in 1999, you'd say, look at those baby faces.
That's right. See, Comets transition game, players running everywhere, and Junior Kazim got past the last defender, but could not keep his shot on frame.
That's exactly how Stefan Stokic wants his team to play, right? Here's Anthony Powell. He'll play it back to his teammate, Quintana. Told him to play it into the right wing corner. Two Comet players are there, Barry and Nacho, and a foul called against Dallas. Barry may have taken an elbow up towards the head. He's all right. He will go off.
For those of you who haven't been following the Kansas City Comets in recent years, the third quarter has been their Achilles heel. But for the most part today, started 5-1, now up 6-2, so a better performance in the third.
Colin O'Keefe weaving his way through Comet defenders, and then he stops, runs into Zach Reggett, played away from the goal, back to Valadez. Now Marquez trying to get it up to Danny, but it ends up back at the feet of O'Keefe. Now Nacho will kick it long, and that one will end up in the Dallas bench. 37 seconds left in the third. Comets leading 6-2.
Good opportunity here for Dallas, top of the arc restart on the ball put out of play. Would expect to see a little bit of Blas Perez and Jamie Lovegrove right here.
Here comes Perez. 3 men in the wall for Kansas City. Ejimadu helps set the wall. Now fourth player joins in, Vandegrift. Now he'll peel off. Over to Blas Perez, who shoots. And that one just off the target.
Vandegrift went down, shot went high, and shot was too high.
Lackland looking to the corner. Vandegrift heads it back towards the half line. It ends up in the penalty box. It'll go to Dallas with 23.7 seconds left. Lovegrove kicks it to the right wing corner. Intercepted by Lucia Tetsane. Tetsane with a drive. Shot. Goal! 13 seconds left. The Comets, and it's Andreos. Andreos with the hat trick. Kansas City leads 7-2.
I like to say, Nick, that soccer has become a young player's game, but I want you to watch Ramon Palmer on the left wing on this counterattack. And you talked about what Coach Stokic wants to see. It starts with Tetsane, and look at the overlapping run from Ramon Palmer. He sees Christian Andreos back post. Easy tap and goal. Hat trick for Andreos. Palmer's had himself quite a game too, Nick.
He certainly has. He got the game's first goal way back in the first quarter. And for Ramon Palmer, he picks up his first assist on the season to go along with that goal. Comets extend their lead. It is 7-2 with 13 seconds left in this third frame.
Yellow card has been issued, it looks like, to the Dallas bench. We'll see if we get the call on this while we were watching the replay. Somebody needs to go into the box for 5 minutes. Oh, I take that back.
Lovegrove.
Yeah, Jamie Lovegrove.
And they are waiting for Lovegrove to come over.
Which a challenge with that, if you're Dallas as one of your best players is now in the box. 13 seconds remaining in this period, and at least 4 minutes and 47 seconds of the fourth period.
Scoring for your Kansas City Comets, assisted by number 5, Robo Palmer. His third goal of the night.
So just a few seconds left here to wind off the clock. Valadez sends it in. Ejimadu.
Oh, and Barry's down in the center circle. Hopefully he'll be all right.
Well, it's the end of the third quarter. Comets lead 7-2.
We'll have to check on Marcel Berry in between quarters,
yeah, we will. We definitely will. We'll check on him. Let's take a break. Into the third quarter. Comets lead 7-2. The final frame is coming up next.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
This is Kansas City. This is my town. What happens here matters to me. You're my neighbors, and when one of my neighbors gets hurt, I want to help. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
Call 816-888-7500.
Clear vision is so important for everything I do, on and off the field. I'm Zach Reggett, forward for the Kansas City Comets. We are super excited to partner with Silverstein Eye Centers as the official eye care provider for the Kansas City Comets.
I'm Dr. Steve Silverstein. We would love to show you what eye care should be. Please call us to schedule an appointment or visit our website at silversteineyecenters.com.
Live look on Silverstein Eye Center's field. The Comets cheerleaders out there, and the Kansas City Comets leading 7-2 over the Dallas Sidekicks. Let's take a look at the replay here on that last play that sent Marcel Berry to the locker room. I couldn't tell if they were. Check 1-2. Check 1-2.
We're going to try to roll that video now and see what happened to Marcel Berry in that center circle. He went down while the play was in the Comets' third. Here we go, right after the kickoff. See if we can roll forward here. Oh, looks like he got cut on the logo, on the side of the Comets logo maybe. He was stepping off there and maybe got caught on right there on the edge of the white.
Look at it. Okay. Well, he did not put any weight on that left ankle.
Just taking that first step off the kickoff to try to challenge and rolled the ankle right. It seemed like right where the white Comets logo touches the blue field, and so just an unfortunate freak situation there for Marcel Berry. Hope he feels better.
Non-contact. We'll see if we have an opportunity here. We're going to go down and check in with Luck. She was right there as the trainers were coming out to work on Marcel. So when we get a chance, guys, we'll go down to Lux. But first, here's a drive by Dallas. That one off of Vandegrift, and it goes out of bounds. That one on back to Romero. His pass is picked off, and it's won by Acosta, who plays it forward on up to Andreos. Christian has the hat trick. Andreos walking it in, left footer, and that one easily saved by Lackland. On over to Quintana, up to Isai Marrero. Near side, Nestor Hernandez. Back to Quintana. Comets a 5-goal lead. We're in the fourth quarter. Here's Colin O'Keefe. He gets it across the half line, plays it near side for Hernandez. Forward down to Blas Perez. That one booted out of bounds by Dallas. And a goalkeeper distribution coming up.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X. MASL Arena on X just posted the hat trick emoji, so 3 hats for Andreos and video of his goal.
Reggett on back to Pereira.
It's Andreos' first regular season hat trick, Nick. Got one in the playoffs last season.
To the corner for Pereira. Now Pino. Pereira to Danny. On back to Gene. Now right side. It's Danny once again. He goes down. Into the game, it's Tetsane. Lucia all the way back to Eric Pereira. Under 13 to play in the game. Comets a 5-goal lead. Near side Pereira. Back to Tetsane. Nacho rotates in with a touch. He gets the pass and then on back to Lucia Tetsane. Junior Kazim into the game now. Here is Reggett. Reggett thought about flicking it back for Lucia. Instead takes the ball, dribbles it all the way back toward the Comet territory and back to Ejimadu. Phillip rolls it forward looking for Tetsane. Stepping in front is Dallas. Rodriguez then forward to the corner. Banged off the boards. Flashing in there was Moises Hernandez. Couldn't put a boot on it. Now a battle forward in the left wing corner and it's shot across the goal mouth. First to foul. That's going to go against Dallas.
Tetsane got back pretty fast there to track back. He's a defender who came in as a midfielder, and they're giving him opportunities to do both.
Here's Nacho. He floats one out to the half line. Rodriguez, he sends a drive in there and a save made by Ejimadu. Leaves it for Martinez. And then Yahir Romero into the corner to Colin O'Keefe. Romero drives one in. There's some traffic in front of Ejimadu. He can't get his hands on it. Now he does. And the Comets have it. He'll roll it out to Marquez. Comets will go for a few changes. It's Nacho. Here he is out wide right to Vandergriff. Vandergriff shoots and scores! Say cheese, Vandy is dandy. Comets lead 8-2.
Zach Reggett giving him a hard time. You might recall in the last quarter, Reggett set up Vandergriff for a Wallace score. Didn't go in, but this time he came off the bench as a sub. Off the far side, Nacho sees him, slots it right in front of him. Easy goal there for Vandergriff.
Vandergriff, his first goal of the season. For Reggett, that is...
Well, that was Nacho on the assist.
Oh, Nacho, thank you, Eric, thank you. It's Nacho on the assist. Number 2 on the year for Nacho. Correction. It's
opportunity here for Andreos.
Andreos again, ding dong. 11 minutes to play in the game. Comets with their biggest lead, a 6-goal lead, as Ramon Palmer is chased around the blue turf. Back to Ejimadu, up to Guerrero Pino, ahead to Pereira now. Acosta circles around the back of him. Then back to Pino. Now Acosta. Eric Pereira to Reggett, back to Reggett. And Dallas able to get it free.
Initial word from downstairs on Marcel Berry isn't good. We won't make any assumptions there, but
we need to go down and check in with Lux. There is Junior Kazim. Had it for a moment. It's going to result in a restart here for Kansas City.
And keep in mind on situations like Marcel Berry on the non-contact one, those can be some of the scariest situations for players, and it didn't look good. He was carried off the field by Nicolau Neto. We're going to see if we can get an update from downstairs.
Here's Nacho on the ball. Nacho. Shot by Tetsane, that one. Here's Nacho. Up to Reggett. Reggett flicks it forward for Marquez. He tried to flick it back to Zach. And then a foul. Hey, Lux, if you can hear us, let's toss it down to you. What did you see down there on the field? Were they working on his calf or his ankle? What did you see?
Yeah, that looked awful. They're definitely working on his ankle right now, and what I've heard from the locker room is they're going to get him in for an MRI tomorrow, which does seem that we're not going to be seeing him back on the field tonight.
All right.
I think you're right when you said those injuries where they're not in contact with anybody seriously are the scariest ones, so hopefully he's going to be okay.
All right, that's our Lux St. Lou down on the sidelines at Silverstein Ice Center's field. Thanks, Lux. We'll try to get any more updates from you about Marcel Berry, who is now out of the game.
Comets still up 8-2 when it was 7-2, Nick. I was thinking maybe Dallas will go 6 attackers soon, but down 6 goals. I think they wait.
Mm-hmm. Anthony Powell battling a couple of Comet players. Casey wins it. Zach Reggett loses it nearly to Romero. Picked back up by Nacho. Over to Zach. Here's Zach going forward. Gets it over to Junior Kazim, who tried to give it back to Nacho. And maybe one of those situations where Junior Kazim maybe should have gone for glory there instead of passing it to a teammate. Lackland floats one high into the air, headed back by Kansas City. Here's Acosta. Acosta turning, and first a whistle. And a quick foul and a quick restart back the other way. Rodriguez. And Kansas City tracking back. Pereira got back quickly and is able to wrestle the ball away from Rodriguez.
Pereira, one of several former St. Louis ambush players on this Comets roster.
Acosta winds up and cranks one right off of Yahir Romero. Rian, here's Marquez. Marquez shoots. That one saved off the line. Rebound shot saved by Lackland.
Marquez did what he had to do to get the goalkeeper to commit. Great play, saving that off the line by Bradley Valadez.
Torquato sends one into the corner. Comets bang it off the boards to get it out to Rian. Marquez looking to feed Pereira, who was running down the left side. Brian Martinez holding his hands up into the air as he knocked it right back to Guerrero Pino. Fresh legs out on the blue turf now for KC. 7.5 to play in the game. Comets lead by 6.
Another strong attendance here at Cable Dahmer Arena. 4,122 on a Sunday afternoon.
Rolled by Ejimado all the way down to Lackland. Comets looking to go 3-0-1 early on in this MASL campaign. Just by virtue of playing more games than anyone else, Comets lead the league in points so far, but it's early. But these games are just as important.
Yeah, it doesn't matter when you play them, Nick. You just want to get 3 points as many times as you can.
Here's Ramon Palmer. Palmer's had a good day. His touch lets him down there. And it's picked up by Nestor Hernandez of the Sidekicks. Rolled forward for Torquato. He winds up, fires one. That one deflects off of a Comet player towards the right wing corner. A couple Comet players go in to retrieve the ball, and Andreos comes out with it.
Sidekicks player down on the other side of the field.
Nacho. And now Pino. Pino will leave it for Vandegrift. Guerrero goes off. Tetzani is on along with Junior Kazim. Nacho rolls it forward to Tetzani, who shoots. Lackland makes the save. Kazim still going forward. Kazim pushed down.
Comets players making their thoughts known to Rich Grady, and Rich Grady's thinking to himself, I've been doing this for 32 years. Some of you guys weren't even born when I started refereeing, so we'll just keep playing.
5.5 to play in the game. Comets in control. The clock is KC's friend right now. Here's Acosta. Starting to think about the players of the game.
Dallas wants they want a timeout, so maybe they will go sixth attacker here. The bench looked at Parker Lackland with the universal timeouts and signal. We'll see if he calls that timeout when he gets possession.
Now under 5 to play. Vandegrift on the left side to Reggett. Reggett double team.
Quintana's strong.
He's able to get past a couple of players. He goes down.
And that was pretty close to a 2-minute penalty.
Sure was. Oh, and
there it is. Yep. You have to watch this whole sequence. And now Zach Reggett's down, and he's been having ankle problems all year. Battling the board. Reggett took exception.
Oh.
Let's take a look the other way.
That left.
All right, Cable Dahmer Arena, this is your opportunity to make some noise. Get loud.
All right, let's take a break. Zach's going to head to the penalty box. Dallas will go on the power play. Come back with us. 4:43 to play. Comets, a 6-goal lead.
From new guys to the veterans, even this guy. At Community America, every member feels like a star.
Welcome back here to Cable Dahmer Arena. We are in the fourth period with about 4 minutes 43 left to go. If you are going to join us out here at Cable Dahmer Arena, please make sure you do so on the 28th of January. That is the next home game here for the Kansas City Comets. Before we get started, I'm going to kick it right back up to Nick and Eric in the booth. Gentlemen, take it away.
And Lux, it looks like Zach Reggett is not going to serve the penalty. It looks like they put another player in there. Is that, from your vantage point, is that what you see?
Yes, I've got Eric Pereira here in the sin of Sin Ben.
Yeah, it looked like Reggett rolled that ankle, by the boards. He got called for the 2-minute penalty, but you can substitute a player if there's an injury or somebody going into the penalty box, and that's what happened. So the last couple minutes has not been good from the Kansas City Comets health perspective. First Marcel Berry, now Zach Reggett. 6 attacker opportunity. Jamie Lovegrove wearing that pink number 32 jersey. Dallas will try to get one back. This is what used to be called the super power play by famous San Diego Sockers coach Ron Newman.
Yep. So here we go.
6 on 4.
6 on 4, Lovegrove. And that one quickly taken away. Andreos shooting from the half line. It is in! What a game for Andreos. A career high 4 on the night for the Tasmanian Devil. And the Comets 9, Sidekicks 2.
Well, the odds would tell you when you're on the power play and you go 6 attacker, you have a 2-man advantage, but give away, great pass there from Palmer to Spring Andreos, who used all his pace and just deftly slaughtered it on the ground. 9-2 Comets.
And
short-handed goal, his 4th of the night, number 31,
And that's a shorty, a rare short-handed goal by Kansas City. They put Lackland back in there, so Lovegrove has not have the 6th attacker jersey on. Here's Lovegrove. He's got the regular jersey back on. 3:46 to play, and they're still on the power play here for the next minute. Hernandez, front and center. Now Lovegrove. Comets have been pretty good on the penalty kill this year. They're 75%. They've been down a man 5 times, and they've allowed only 1 power play goal.
Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV on YouTube and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bastiavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's game and discuss the league's hot topics.
Looks like we've got a timeout.
We'll stay here.
Yeah.
It's always a good time for a timeout, Nick.
That's exactly right.
Unless the total unexpected happens with 3:27 left, Kansas City will finish the evening with 10 points, 3 wins, and 1 overtime loss, putting them ahead of some of the other teams who are battling for those playoff spots. Might be a good time to talk about the playoff format this year and why we're so concerned about this in December. 8 teams out of 12 will qualify for the playoffs, and this year it's going to be a tournament format in the first 2 rounds at the new Front Wave Arena in San Diego County. And there's the playoff format. Thank you for catching that to our team. Top 8 teams will qualify. Teams will be seeded 1 through 8, and so you want to be a 1 or a 2 because you would get your first game on Friday night, get to rest Saturday night, and then play in the semifinals Sunday. If you're a 3 or a 4 seed and avoid an upset, you're playing back-to-back nights. You're playing Saturday night and then Sunday. And so ultimately the 4 remaining teams battle for 2 positions in the Ron Newman Cup Finals, which will be the best of 3 series. So yes, San Diego gets to host the quarterfinals and the semifinals, but ultimately the 2 teams left standing will battle at their home arenas for the Ron Newman Cup.
No doubt about it. And with that, let me thank our crew tonight here. Producing tonight's game is Devin Brower. Our director and technical director is Tristan Borelli. Replay handled by Noah Lampson. And our camera operators, Jaden Romero, Dylan Pluth, Drew Snyder, and Steve Wags Wagner. Thanks to each and every one of you for your efforts tonight. You guys put a lot of work and effort into the broadcast, and you guys are some of the best, so thanks for all your efforts tonight. 3:14 left to play in the game. Sidekicks are still on the power play. They have 28 seconds on the advantage. Here's Romero. Romero down to the corner. He drives one in there. That one off the end boards. It comes right back to him. And he gets by Vandergrift, goes Wallaskora. Ejimadu got a piece of that one, still loose out front and then cleared away. That looked like maybe Andorreos got a piece of that one to clear it. Here's Lovegrove. And the penalty is over, and Pereira comes back out of the box. We're back to even strength. And the drive is blocked by Nacho.
He felt that one square, too.
Mm-hmm. Now Powell dancing at the top of the arc. He leaves it for Romero, driven back in that time by Powell. Ejimadu got a piece of that one, then popped up into the air. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul called against.
The ball hit the referee.
Oh, I see.
This has come into play now a couple nights in a row. This is a relatively recent rule about the ball touching the referee. Definitely changed in outdoor, and it's evolved in indoor too. So this will be Comets ball coming out.
And viewers tonight may have noticed we have 3 officials. That's not going to be the case, at least for the Comets home games going forward. Just the first 2 home games from each team will have 3 officials, with the exception of Chihuahua's field. Baltimore, sorry.
Yep.
Here's a shot, and that one just above the crossbar. What? Why doesn't Chihuahua? I mean, that Chihuahua's field is just as small as Baltimore's field.
Yeah, it's a tight place for 3 referees,
Yeah,
I would say.
I think so. 90 seconds to play. Comets are going to win this one. Around the boards it goes. Ejimadu.
Good outlet pass.
Putting the finishing touches on another nice performance. Ejimadu's goals against is going to shrink even further. He came into tonight 3.5. It's going to go even lower than that.
If I do my math correctly, it should drop to 3, right?
Yeah, yep.
Foul on Kazim. He's going to get a 2 right there.
Yep. Junior going to be sent off.
Pretty easy whistle there, and card for Kyle Atkins, who was just a couple feet away from the play. We'll watch it here. Kazim's trying to track back, gets 2 hands on Powell, and Atkins was right there on the yellow line. Brian Martin got the privilege of calling that one.
There's Junior Kazim. Junior's had to practice a lot of patience over the last few years. He's been training with the Comets and just has not been able to crack the lineup for visa issues. But now that was all cleared up this season, he's got competition issues with several players in order to get to the lineup. But he's in there today because of injury.
Oh, this is interesting. So what Dallas is challenging is that this was a shootout opportunity, and instead of being just a 2-minute with a restart inside the yellow line, they want a shootout here. We'll have to see if there was another Comets defender back. We'll see what angles there are. There were 2, but definitely Pino was back. So you can't say that Kazim was the last defender back right there.
Yeah, there's Pino. Yeah.
Well, they had the flag, may as well use it, but Pino obviously was the last defender back, so they will get their traditional power play here. Lackland playing a la Paulo on the other side of the midfield here. So a quasi 6 attacker, Lackland off his line. We saw this with Empire too. Their new system, Clayson DeLima playing up the entire night too. So more teams in the MASL are more willing to play their goalkeeper out of their box. That was going in, by the way. Lovegrove had found the near post. Tetsane blocked it out. Corner kick here for Jamie Lovegrove, the Dallas Sidekicks.
1:07 to play in the game. So that means Dallas is going to be on the power play for the rest of the game. Comets, though, a mountain of a lead. 7 goals right now. That one knocked out of bounds again, this time off Vandergrift. And they'll restart it in the right wing corner this time. Tetsani and Arreos, Vandegrift, and Pino out there on the man down team for KC. Lovegrove, Powell, Perez, Romero, and Hernandez out there for Dallas. Across the top, here's Romero. Blas Perez, right side Powell. Now Perez. First time, that one up and over the glass. Goalkeeper distribution coming up.
Comets have goals on offense and defense in terms of how many goals they score, how few goals they allow, and so they'll feel good if this score line stands.
Here's Marquez battling Jamie Lovegrove. Foul called on Lovegrove. He can't believe it.
Laughing about that too. It's like, man, I have to deal with Rion Marquez. First game back.
Comets just have to hold it here, and they'll secure their third win of the season. Tetsani takes a chance at the top of the yellow line. 22 seconds left. Here comes Hernandez. To the corner to Perez. Ejimadu comes out to kick it away. 12 seconds left. Ball still loose. Vandegrift sends it to the half line. Parker Lackland.
He's thinking about shooting.
Yeah, why
Passed
not?
it instead.
Take a chance. Here's Lovegrove with a drive. Ejimadu the save. Horn sounds. Game over. And that is it. Ejimadu and the Comets take care of the Dallas Sidekicks. Final score 9-2. Kansas City improves to 3-0-1. Dallas falls to 0-1-0.
Would expect to see Christian Andreas there with Lux. Post-game interview, 4 goals for him tonight. Big game for Kansas City. They had a bad taste in their mouth after dropping that overtime loss at Milwaukee. Needed to win this one. They'll get a couple weeks off before hosting St. Louis Ambush right here at Silverstein Ice Center's Field at Cable Dahmer Arena.
So we'll standing by to chat with Lux. Lux is probably going to get Christian here. Here comes Christian. All right, let's go down to Lux. She's got Christian Andreas.
Hey everybody, I have your player of the match right down here with 4 goals tonight. Christian Andreas. Christian, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. Great night in front of amazing supporters. We have the best supporters in the league, so we got to give the best show. So great night.
So how did you feel the play went today? Did you guys feel like you connected with the strategy and you feel successful with that?
Yeah, I follow the instructions coach gives me. I try to work as hard as possibly can. And tonight was the last night that I had my grandpa, my grandma, and my mom right here in the stadium, so I wanted to give them all those goals.
Grandpa, Grandma, oh, you scored goals for everybody tonight. Do you want to say anything to them while they're here?
Yes, I just want to say that I love them, and they're the reason why I work so hard every day, because they blessed me with a great life, and I just want to give this back to them.
Oh, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on 4 goals. You killed it, Christian. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, Lux, with Christian Andreas. Thanks a lot. All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we will wrap it up here from Cable Dahmer Arena. Comets are winners tonight, 9-2 over the Dallas Sidekicks, and we'll be right back.
The Adirondack Apartments, the brand new apartment and townhome community, is now open in Independence and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living, from stainless steel appliances to resort-style swimming pool. The Adirondack Apartments has everything you need to live the life you deserve. Stop by or visit us on the web to schedule a tour of your brand new luxury home. The Adirondack Apartments.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be.
Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To thee, alma mater.
Hail, Park Hail. We are. We are. We are.
We are.
With the one in there and almost deflected. Got it, goal! It is Nacho! Comets win game one. He does their game winner for the Dudes and for the Sword. And he
The hometown here having a good night on the blue turf here as Kansas City wins it over the Dallas Sidekicks. It's been a minute since the Comets have seen the Sidekicks, and Kansas City comes out with a 7-goal win over Dallas.
Just the way the schedule has worked out, you might recall the last time we saw Dallas here, it was the playoffs, and we saw one of the greatest ever goals in indoor soccer history that night.
That's
A
right.
little different format here tonight, but same result in the end, Comets victory, and they'll be happy with how it turned out.
For the Dallas Sidekicks, they've got one more road game before they have their home opener. Friday, December the 20th, they'll be at St. Louis, and then the home opener the following night on Saturday, December the 21st. Go to DallasSidekicks.com to get your tickets. It'll be a 7 o'clock kick. For the Comets, they'll be back in action here at Cable Dahmer Arena on Saturday, January 28th. For my broadcast partners, Lux St. Lou and Eric Berg Group, I'm Nick Vassos. Thank you so much for watching the Major Arena Soccer League on CBS Sports Golazo. Good night, everybody.